Hello, Pamela Spence, medical herbalist here, and these are my clinic notes for the week. So, this week it is a lot about getting back into the routine. Those of you down south whose kids have just gone back to school, settling into autumn, not getting caught out between the hot, lovely sun and then the sudden cold draft. I spoke about that last week. If you haven't, go back in the YouTube channel a week and you will see that I'm talking about preparing for autumn. This week, actually, I'm thinking a bit about me because some patients have been talking about getting back out in the world and what that means. Quite a few patients, I explained that next week I'm not going to be having any clinic and therefore no clinic notes because I'm going to be going to my first face-to-face corporate day for Twinings tea. And this will be the first time that I have travelled far from home. It'll be the first time I've been on a plane. It will be my first time since the rules around face masks changed in England, trying to figure out what you guys are doing differently to what we're doing up here. The last time I was in a plane actually was in about 2 weeks before the original lockdown when I was working out of the Twinings office in Paris. And that was the last flight I got on. And I realised that as I was saying that, a lot of people were saying, oh gosh, that I'm not sure I'd want to do that. And also I've realised I'm preparing more than normal. I'm overthinking it. Because it does feel like it's been quite some time. And previously I would have been, travelling for work every month. But I've been a little hermit in my house, working from home for all this time. So I just wanted to acknowledge that and to say that if you feel that life is starting to take off again and you're overthinking it, it's normal. A few people said to me, oh, I've started having to travel again and I've kind of lost my confidence and I'm not as laid back. And I'm interested to see how I feel when I'm doing it. But certainly I do recognise I'm not as laid back about this trip as I would normally be. And that's interesting. So what am I doing to help myself? What can you do to help yourself if you feel a bit like this? Well, firstly, remember that we're all going to come out of these restrictions in our own way. So talking to colleagues in England about what it's like to be not having to wear face masks, what they're saying is that really a lot of people still are doing it, but in ways that feel comfortable for them. So I'm definitely going to have mine with me because there will be situations I will need it. But also if I feel a bit more cautious because I'm not used to being without, then that's what I'll do. So honouring what you need to do for yourself to keep yourself safe. Secondly, given that it's autumn and the changing of the seasons, I'm packing clothes that are kind of layerable. So things that, it looks like where I'm going may well be lovely, sunny and 21 degrees, but that could change. So things that I can, layer up and layer down as I need to be. So I'm not overheating and uncomfortable, but also I'm not going to get caught by a sudden cold blast. Also, because I've been in a little secluded microbiome and I'm going back out into the world, into a bigger one, I'm going to be supporting my immune system. I did talk about this a couple of weeks ago, but just to recap again, what I do is 3,000 milligrams of vitamin C taken in 3 divided doses over the day. Otherwise, they'll upset your tummy. I do that when I'm not feeling well, but I also do that in challenging circumstances. So I'm usually would be taking 1,000 milligrams. I will probably put that up to 2 and have enough with me to go to 3 if I feel like I'm coming down with something. Vitamin D3, I would be taking 2,000 IU, which is a high dose according to the recommended daily allowances. But sadly, we know the recommended daily allowances in the UK are way behind when it comes to the research. So I will certainly be doing my vitamin D. And I will be taking zinc 80 milligrams. I will also be taking with me my newly made elderberry syrup, and usually along with that I would take a very high strength echinacea tincture just in case I feel like I'm coming down with something while I'm away. And I am, in terms of my stress levels, I wouldn't say I'm feeling stressed, but I'm just aware of the overthinking, overplanning going on. I'll be taking herbal teas with me, and I have absolutely cut out the caffeine from now because I don't need to be stoking my adrenals any further. Thank you very much. If you would like to know how to swap yourself away from a black tea caffeine or coffee caffeine habit, where you're just reaching for the same old cuppa and it's not really doing you any good, do go to my if you're on YouTube, if you're on Instagram, go to my bio, you'll find my link tree, and there's a free download there. You just need to sign up for my mailing list to get it, and that will give you a list of herbs that you can use through the day to get you through the periods when you need to focus and times when you want to relax and good sleep. And you can, if anyone else is watching this on another channel, just go to my website, which is pamelaspence.co.uk, and there'll be a pop-up and you can sign up there and download it. So I'm thinking about the teas, and I'm thinking about snacks that I can take that will be protein high and that will save me from getting into hunger as I'm travelling, because when you get into that hunger response, then what happens is your adrenals have to work extra hard to raise your blood sugar to keep everything on track. So I can take a little bit of pressure off them by making sure that I'm eating sort of little and often is the pattern that keeps my blood sugars level. So I'm looking to the side because my dog is wandering around the garden. He's very interested in something, and I think he may be about to dig up one of my precious plants. So I'm not going to let that happen. So yes, that's what I'm doing. So out into the world again, things lifting, case is still very high. I'm very much thinking about supporting my adrenals. Of course, bringing down your stress levels has a positive impact on your immunity. Strengthening my immune system with the supplements and the herbs that I've mentioned. Just being aware, I think, is really part of it. And making sure that we do check in on ourselves and see how we're getting on, and noticing whether we're reacting to things in a different way this year or at any time than we may have done in the past, and whether we need a little bit of extra support to build our resilience so that we don't get ill. So I won't be on with Clinic Notes next week, but I'll catch up with you the week after. I hope that's been helpful, and I hope your week's going well wherever you are. Take care.